Hey everyone, it's Emily. Today we've got a lower body, ab, and cardio workout. Today's workout structure, we're going to go through 5 different groups. Each group is going to be composed of 2 lower body exercises that will be doing 12 reps each, followed by 30 reps of a cardio exercise, and then we are going to repeat the lower body reps, both the first and second, and then repeat the cardio, and then we have 30 reps of an ab exercise at the end of each group. So for example, we are going to do 12 squats and then 12 deadlifts, and then we are going to do 30 skater hops. Then we're going to go back to the squats, do 12 more reps, 12 more reps of the deadlift, and then back to the skater hops for 30 reps, and then we're going to go into 30 reps of a double leg raise, and that'll be the end of group 1. We're going through 5 different groups that way, so make sure that you're lifting heavy during this. You really want to tire out those muscles, and you should definitely feel sore after this, okay? So, good luck, and keep your body safe. Make sure you practice good form and make modifications as you need to, okay? All of this can be done with body weight, but it just won't be as challenging, okay? So let me know how you enjoyed the workout in the comments and subscribe for more videos. Let's begin with our workout. Okay, so we're going to begin with our first group, and our first group is going to be squats and deadlifts, skater hops, and double leg raises. So we're going to begin with our 12 reps of standard squats. I'm using a barbell here that has I don't know how much I used on it right here. Let me check out those plates. I think that's about, I used 40 pounds here, so. Okay, so you do not need to use as much weight as me. I'm just letting you know how much I use because you guys tend to ask. Always use whatever weight is challenging for you. You want it to be hard to finish those last couple reps after we come back to the second set of these. So, whatever is going to be challenging for you and make you work, So we're just doing 12 reps of these. As always, keep your chest high, keep your back flat, keep your butt back, weight in your heels. A good way to test if you're keeping your weight in your heels is try to wiggle those toes while you go back and sit down for the squat. Beginners, drop the weight. You could even use a chair behind you when you squat. All of these videos can be modified to a beginner's level. Now we're going to switch it over to our 12 reps of deadlifts. You can do bent knee or you can do straight leg, but the most important thing is keeping that back flat. The straighter your legs, the more that you're going to be activating your hamstrings. So here, my legs are a little bit more bent than what I usually do. I've been trying to keep them more straight lately because I really want to work those hamstring muscles. And I'm wearing shoes in this video. I never wear gym shoes when I work out, so you know it's about to get cray-cray when I got gym shoes on. Again, keeping that back flat, sticking that butt out. Weight in the back of your heels. Keep your chest high, and that's how you know that you're keeping your back flat, is keeping that chest high. Focus on one spot. Don't look around while you do this. Squeeze your glutes at the top of the motion. We're just about done with these reps, and then we're going to switch it over to the skater hops. Okay, so put down your weights. We're going to switch it over to 30 reps of a skater hop. So when you do skater hops, you're going to kind of do like a lateral jump side to side, and you're crossing that leg back behind you. So it's almost like a hopping lunge motion, and the lower you sit into it, the more that you're going to be working those glutes. We're doing 30 reps side to side. Again, keeping that chest high. And this is about halfway now. Alright, good work. Now we're going to go back to our squats again, and we're going to do 12 more reps. Sorry, I'm blowing my nose here. My allergies are a mess. The weather over here has been going up and down, cold, warm. Today the high is like 7 degrees, I think. It's so cold. Totally not fair that I suffer from allergies in the winter. But I do. Year round, and I have no idea what they're from. Okay, so here we're going into our squats again, okay? We've got 12 reps, so there's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, squeeze your glutes, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, make it count, 1. Now we're going to go back into our deadlifts. Feel free to take as many water breaks as you need to. You know, you're not being timed here. You just want to practice good form, practice lifting heavy. It's all about the strength training here. So here's our 12 reps of deadlifts. Okay, so 10 more. 10, 9. My legs are a little more straight here. 8, 7, 6, 5 more. And you want to keep them as straight as you can. You can even lock them, but as long as that back doesn't round, because the straighter that your legs are, the more your back is going to want to round. And obviously if you're not as flexible, you're not going to be able to go as far down with the weight, nor straighten out your legs as much. So that's okay. Just do whatever range of motion you can. It's all about improving ourselves. Back to the 30 reps of skater hops. So begin in that. So there's 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20 more. You want to keep a fast pace while doing these. Got about 10 more here. Great job. Now we're going to go into our ab exercise. So we're going to be doing 30 reps of a double leg raise. You can use a yoga mat or you can use the ground as long as you're on a soft surface, whatever works for you. You're going to lay down flat on your back. You want to suck your abs in towards your spine, keeping that back flat against the mat. You don't want it to arc up. If your back arcs up, then you can either place your hands under your bum or just try lifting your shoulders up off the ground as I am. That helps keep my back on the ground. And try not to lower your legs as much. If you're lowering your legs really low to the ground and your back is arcing up, then you're probably lowering them a little bit too far than what your abs can handle. So just try not to lower them as much. If you can only lower them a few inches, that's fine. It's all about competing with yourself, okay? So do whatever range of motion you can perform safely and effectively. If double leg raises are too hard for you, you can hold both of your legs up at the top of the motion and then just drop one leg toward the ground and raise it up at a time. So single leg drops instead. If you want to make this a little bit harder, you can put a weight, like a little dumbbell in between your feet. Nothing too heavy, maybe like a 3-pounder or a 5-pounder. And that's going to add more resistance. Water break. That completes group 1. Now we're going to move into group 2, which is going to be backward lunges, calf raises, jumping jacks, and a plank with knee to elbow. So we're going to begin with our backward lunges. We're doing 12 reps. And it is 12 reps total, not 12 reps on each leg. Okay, so again, keeping our chest high, stepping back as far as you can control. The farther you step back, the harder that it's going to be to come back up. Step back as far as you can without having to use a jerking motion to get back up or losing your form. And I'm beginning here with the right leg. You can do alternating, or you can do all right leg, and then when we come back to it, do all left leg like I am doing. Make sure that knee doesn't go over your toe, just like with the squat. Okay, now we're going to switch it over to the calf raises. Great work. Now we're going to switch it back to the jumping jacks for our cardio exercise. So we're doing 30 reps of the jumping jacks. You can do whatever cardio exercise you want for 30 reps. So if you wanted to make it harder, you could always do burpees in between everything. You could do high knees, whatever you want to do. I chose jumping jacks for this one. So if you want to stick with me, you can do jumping jacks. Almost done with these. Now we're going to switch it back over again to the backward lunges. 12 more reps, and this time I'm doing it on my left leg. Yeah, left leg. So the right leg is stabilizing and the left leg is going back. Again, stepping as far back as you can control. That's halfway. 6 more. 3 more. Okay, now we're going to switch it back to the calf raises again. If you want to make these a little bit harder, don't touch your heels all the way down to the ground when you come back up. Instead, do a pulsing motion. This gives them no chance to rest, so it's keeping that muscle tightened the entire time. Now we're going to switch it back over again to the 30 jumping jacks. Here I was changing my music selection. Always got to listen to the best music while you work out because it helps keep you motivated, helps keep you moving, and it helps it make it more fun. So make sure you're listening to the best music you can right now. I won't feel upset if you mute me. Finish these out strong. Make sure you're not just flailing your arms around. You want to be in total control of your body. Very sharp movements with these jumping jacks. Okay, and now for our ab exercise, we're doing plank with knee to elbow. So again, you can use a yoga mat or you can use the ground. So you're going to get into a high plank, and then you're going to take your opposite knee to your opposite, or no, I'm sorry, the same elbow. So your knee to the same elbow. I think these are called spider planks. So you're using your obliques here to pull your knee towards your elbow, keeping your abs tight. Okay, good work. Now we're going to take a short break in between. And I'm giving us about a 25 to 30 second rest between each group. I didn't time it. I was just kind of counting in my head and then, waiting till I felt ready to perform again. Okay, so we're moving on to group 3. Group 3 is going to be 3 pulse squats, side lunges, bunny hops, and a hollow rock. Okay? So we're going to begin with the 3 pulse squats, so pick up your weights again and get ready for that. Blowing my nose again. Stupid allergies. Okay, so here we go. Let's begin with our 3 pulse squats. So when you get to the bottom of your range of motion, you're going to pulse it 3 times before coming back up and squeezing at the top of the motion. And that's halfway. Two more. Great work. Now we're going to move it into those side lunges. So here I'm using dumbbells. I have 10 pounds in each hand, so that's a total of 20 pounds. Again, we're doing 12 reps. You can do alternating legs, or you can do all one side and then go back to the next when we come back to this movement. So here I'm just showing you and then 2 different ways to hold it. So you can hold it up by your shoulders, you can hold it down to the ground, you can hold it straight out in front of you, whatever is more comfortable. Okay, so we've got 10 more. And I'm doing all of these on the right leg first. Keeping the butt back, keeping the chest high, watching that knee, make sure it doesn't go over the toe. Trying not to use a jerking motion to get back up as much as you can. Pushing off of your heel to drive yourself back up, activating that glute muscle. Got just a few more here. Okay, now we're going to switch it back over again to the 3 pulse squat. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about the cardio. 30 bunny hops. Pound them out for me. Lift your arms up above your head, and then we're just hopping up on the balls of our feet 30 times. Activating those calf muscles and the glutes, getting the thighs fired up. Very, very short cardio bursts here, nothing too crazy. Just to keep the blood flowing and to keep our heart rate up a little bit more. Help us burn just a little bit more calories. Ooh, I picked that up with my back super rounded. That was not good. Okay, so 3 pulse squats again. It's really nice recording myself and then getting to look here because I get to do a form check on everything, you know, and see what I need to improve on, what doesn't look so good, what looks really good. That's always a great way to see if you're doing something right, is to record yourself and then take a look and see what you need to fix. That especially helps if you don't have a mirror in front of you when you work out. Like I don't. I don't have a mirror in front of me, so it can be difficult to make sure I'm getting the form completely right. Feel free to drop the weight to a lower weight if what you're using gets too heavy for you. Now we're going to switch it back to the side lunges again. So we're doing it on the opposite leg here. 12 reps. So we've got 10 more. And I like to kind of hold it for a second at the bottom of my range of motion before lifting back up. We've got a couple more here. Okay, we're going to switch it back into the 30 reps of the bunny hops again. And instead of doing bunny hops, you could always, you know, just do any sort of jumping motion. So like a boxer shuffle or just side to side hops, you know, whatever. I kind of switch it up here between a few different things. Okay, so now for our ab exercise. We've got the hollow rock. So you're going to cross your ankles and keep your toes pointed, keep your legs as straight as you can, extend your arms above your head, fold your body up into a little crunch, lifting your legs and your arms. Your lower back is going to be the curvy point, and then you're going to rock back and forth, keeping your abs tight and using them to pull you up and then come back down. So this is all abs here. It's a very difficult move. If this is too difficult for you, or if it hurts your back or anything like that, try to do a crunch instead. Maybe hold a plank. You know, any other ab exercise will do. Otherwise, if you're hanging with me, we're going to do 30 hollow rocks. Slowly rocking back and forth. Remember to breathe. It's easy to hold your breath on this one. Not something you want to do. Not the easiest one to do in a limited space, but because you kind of move a little bit while you do it. This is a killer core exercise. Almost done. Okay, good work. So we're going to take our little break here, and then we're going to move into our second to last group, which is group 4. We're going to be doing ski squats, forward lunges, high knees, and leg circles. Okay. So drink some water, change your music, do what you gotta do. Got a little bit of time here before we begin in. I like doing these real-time workouts with you guys because then you get to see how long I need to rest between sets. You know, it's all real. It hasn't been edited and cut out, you know. Okay. So, here I am just telling you, second last group. Yeah, let's get it done. It's getting a little hard at this point, especially if you're lifting heavy. Okay, so group 4. Again with that rounded back. I don't know what I was thinking. So we're going to begin with our ski squats. So feet close together, if not touching, keeping the butt back, chest high, knees behind the toes for 12 reps. So we've got 10 more. Squeezing our glutes at the top of the motion. This is a killer for the thighs. They should really be burning. Give me a few more here. Awesome. Now we're going to switch to the forward lunges. So I'll be using dumbbells. Again, 10 pounds in each hand, so for a total of 20. And I'm beginning with my right leg forward. Again, making sure your knee doesn't go over your toe. Step forward as far as you can without having to use too much of a jerking motion to get back up. Pushing through that heel to come back up, firing up the glute. You can hold your dumbbells up by your shoulders, down by your side, straight out in front of you. You can use a barbell, you can use a kettlebell, you can use whatever you want. You can use body weight. The farther you step forward, the harder it's going to be to come back up. We're still breathing. Exhale on the way up. Stay in control of your body. Okay, so control your breath here. We're going to move on to our cardio. So that's going to be our high knees. So we're only doing 30 reps of these high knees, nothing too difficult. So you're driving your knees up as high as you can. You can try to slap them to your hands. Hold your hands out in front of you and slap them to your hands to make sure they're coming up high enough. This is a very powerful, explosive movement, so you should get those 30 reps done within a few seconds. Okay, so now we're going to switch it back over to the ski squats again. Go ahead and pick up your dumbbells or your barbell, whatever weight you're using. Okay, so feet close together. Dropping that butt back and going down as far as we can. I try to make my butt go as low as I possibly can, where I can still make sure that I'll be able to get back up. Keeping that chest high, back flat. About halfway. Okay, good work. Now we're going to switch it back to the forward lunges again. On whichever leg you didn't use before, unless you were alternating, then you're going to alternate again. So I'm switching to my left leg here for 12 reps. We've got 10 more. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4 more. Make them count. 4. Good work. I know it hurts, but keep doing it. 3. You've got this. 2. last one, and 1. So now we're going to move back into that cardio. So we've got 30 high knees again. Halfway. Good work. So now we've got our core exercise. So we've got leg circles, okay? So either on a yoga mat or on the ground. You're going to lay down on your back. You're going to lift your legs into the air. You don't need to fully extend them. Keeping your legs a little bit bent is better for this because it's a little too hard to get the motion correct if your legs are locked out, okay? So keep a slight bend in that knee. And we're just going to do mini circles in one direction with both feet and then mini circles in another direction. So the first direction we'll do 15 and then we're going to go 15 the other direction to keep it even. Okay, so bring in our legs 15 times one direction. Keeping the slight bend in that knee. Toes pointed or flexed, but not just dangling. Keeping the back flat against the ground. You're going to feel your hips rotating slightly, that's okay. But keeping that back flat and against the ground is important. I'm lifting my shoulder blades off of the ground slightly. Switch it to the other side for 15. We've got about 4 more. Great job. Okay, so now we've got our little break and then we've got our last group. So you should be very excited about that. We got these done pretty quickly. Okay, so for group 5, we're going to do split squats. And then plié or sumo squats, and then jump squats, and a 1-minute plank. So take your short water break here. Okay, so now we're going to begin in with our split squats. So you're going to go into like a split lunge or a split squat stance. So one leg forward, one leg back. Slight bend in that knee. Okay, and then we're going to drop it down and come back up for a count of 12. Try to go as low as you can with that knee. Make sure your front knee doesn't go over the toe. Okay, so now we're switching it over to the sumo squat. So point your feet outward. You're going to feel like you have a little bit more of a limited range of motion here, and that's okay. Just go down as far as you can and come back up, squeezing your glute to the top. Just a couple more here. Good work. So now we're going to switch it over to our last cardio exercise. I think I said jump squats, but it's not jump squats, I'm sorry. Originally it was going to be, and then my legs were way too wiped for it. If you are totally down for doing the jump squats, maybe if you were doing this with all body weight, go ahead and do the 30 jump squats. If your legs are wiped and you've been using heavy weights like me, then just do a pendulum swing or something a little bit lighter that's going to keep the blood flowing, keep your heart rate up, but not, over exaggerate those muscles, okay? So, or over exasperate, sorry, I used the wrong word. So just 30 of these, and then we're going to go back into our split squats with the opposite leg that you were using before, okay? Okay, so pick up your weight and let's get started with the split squat again. Again, we're making sure that that knee doesn't go over the toe. Okay, good work. Now we're going to switch it back into the plié sumo squat. Whenever you're ready. I'm dropping to a lower weight here. That is okay to do. So again, with the 10 pounds in each hand, and I'm holding it in front of my chest. And we've got 12 reps of these again. It's about halfway. Okay, good work. So now we're going to go back into either the jump squats or the pendulum swings again for 30 reps. Good work. So now we've just got our 1-minute plank hold. We are almost done with this workout, you guys. You did an awesome job. We're going to hold this plank for 1 minute. Make sure you stay strong. Keep your body in one straight line. You can do either a full plank or a forearm plank. And I'm using my Gym Boss timer to count this out for us. Okay, so I'm here on my forearms for 60 seconds. You have got this. So that's about halfway. We're almost done. Stay strong. Okay, so for the last few seconds, I'm going to have you lower and lift your legs. So we're just activating that glute a little bit more. Really burning out those muscles. Lowering and lifting each leg. Keeping our hips stable and our back straight. Awesome work, you guys. You did a great job. So now we're just going to move into a quick stretch. Okay, so standing at the front of our mat, bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to inhale and lift them above our head. Exhale them back to your heart center. Inhale again above your head. Exhale, fold forward, flat back, round it. Grab your hands together behind your back, stretching through your hamstrings, your shoulders, and your upper back. Inhale back up to a flat back. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale to your heart center. Inhale your arms over your head again. Exhale, fold forward, flat back. To a round. Bend your knees here if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale one leg back into a high lunge. Just holding this for a few breaths. Exhale, fold forward, stepping back into a high plank. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog, keeping the thighs off the mat. Stretching our abdominals. Lower back into chaturanga, and then exhale to a downward dog. Feet about hip width apart, hands pressed into the mat. You can walk in place here, you can jump onto your tiptoes, whatever feels good. We're going to inhale the opposite leg forward, come back up into a high lunge. Holding for a few breaths. Going back into a high plank, lower to chaturanga hold. Inhale, up facing dog, rolling over those toes, keeping the thighs off the ground. Inhale to a high plank, lower chaturanga, and exhale to a downward dog. Again, walking here in place, pressing those hands down. And now we're going to bring one leg to the outside of the palm, stretching our hip flexor. Inhale it back to the plank, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, up facing dog. Go back to the chaturanga, exhale to the down facing dog again. And then we're going to bring the opposite leg to the palm, just as we did before with the other leg. Stretching that hip flexor. Exhale back to a high plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale to an up facing dog. Pressing back into a down facing dog. Okay, inhale one leg up, inhaling my right leg up, and exhaling it, crossing it in front of the body here. Your opposite leg straight behind you, toe pointed. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can go ahead and lean over the foot over the leg that is crossed in front of you. If you're comfortable where you are, you can go ahead and stay in that first position. We're going to come back up now, grabbing the leg that's behind us, again for a deeper stretch. You don't have to do this. Pulling it towards me. Every time I exhale, I pull it a little bit closer. You should feel a great stretch through your back, through your hamstrings, through your thighs, everything. I love doing these twisting stretches. Now we're going to lower to chaturanga. Inhale to up facing dog. And then we're going to exhale back, chaturanga, and down facing dog. We're going to bring that opposite leg now in front of us again for the same stretch on the opposing side. So inhale that leg up, exhale it in front of you and across the body. Again, folding if you want to, or staying here in this position. Remembering to breathe deeply. This is your time to relax. This is your time to thank your body for performing for you. This is the time to congratulate yourself for completing this workout and take in all of the benefits that come from exercising. Relax here. We're going to come back up and do the same thing we did on the other side. So I'm reaching around, keeping my neck long, grabbing that toe and exhaling and pulling it closer to me, as close as I can to my shoulder. Go ahead and release that. Stepping back to a high plank, lowering to chaturanga, coming through again, inhaling to up face dog. Back to the chaturanga, exhale down facing dog. Again, pressing those palms away from you, walking in place, stretching out those calves, hamstrings, shoulders, back. Letting all the tension go. Step forward to the front of your mat by your hands. Sit down onto your bum, and we're going to do a little butterfly stretch here. So bringing the toes together, exhale and fold over your feet, bringing the crown to the ground. Stretching out those inner thighs. Okay, now I'm crossing my arm in front and pulling behind with the opposite arm behind my elbow, stretching out the shoulders. Make sure you breathe into all of your stretches. Go ahead and switch arms, pulling behind that elbow so you feel a stretch in your shoulder. Now we're just doing a tricep stretch. My arms were a little bit sore from the day before because I had done upper body, so that's why I'm stretching my arms here as well, my triceps. But it's never a bad idea to go ahead and stretch out your arms, especially if you're picking up those heavy weights and everything, because your arms will feel it a little bit, you know, so it's important to always stretch your entire body. Okay, so now sitting back and extending our legs out to the sides, we're reaching in front of us. You should feel the stretch in your inner thighs and your hamstrings. Pushing those hands away from you as far as you can and trying to keep your knees flat against the ground, toes pointed. Bring your legs to the middle and go ahead and try to grab for those toes, flexing the feet towards you. Okay, now we're crossing one leg around the other leg and then putting the opposite elbow behind that knee and twisting to the other side. That one feels great on your back. Really lengthening our spine here, keeping good posture. Okay, so now we're going to do a deep glute stretch. So lay onto your back, pull one leg, cross it in front of the other, and then pull behind your thigh of the opposite leg. You should feel the stretch in the leg that is crossed over your other leg. So the leg that is on top is what you're going to feel the stretch in. You should feel this in your glutes. Now I'm just rocking side to side here, rolling out my spine. And now I'm going to rock up and down, rolling like a ball here, giving my spine a nice massage until I rock it all the way up. And that concludes our workout. Thank you for joining me today. Subscribe to my channel for more videos so you don't want to miss a single workout.